So guys, today we are in Mercedes-Benz Museum, and this building is a lot of historical motor vehicles that today I want us to go and experience together. This location is this place is located in Stuttgart city, southern or maybe northern part of Germany, I'm not so sure. And this is where they produce Mercedes cars, or the origin of Mercedes motor vehicles. And put in mind also that Mercedes-Benz or Daimler, or the people they were associated together, they were the first people to produce or to manufacture, or maybe to have this an idea of the first moving machine to be created was by people like this guy Daimler and Mercedes and Benz. Mercedes was a person and Benz also was another different person. So Mercedes-Benz was a combination of two names. And yeah, let's go in together. This is the entrance. It's a bit quite queue because today is on Saturday, it's on the weekend. Everybody wants to go inside, and we will go inside and have experience together on how things are going in. So come along with me, guys. And I think the outside here, this is an electric clean, quiet and sustainable truck. I'm just reading from the side of the truck. I think this it can be able to go to 250 kilometer. Then you have to charge it again. It doesn't have any combustion engine, it doesn't have diesel, it doesn't have anything. This is just electric. So guys, this is the Mercedes Museum. We just entered inside and we want to go upwards with this machine. It will take us up somewhere there, and somewhere up there is different kinds of this one is coming down, and up there is a lot of cars to see, the old ones, the latest ones. I think also we will see the most oldest cars in the world and the most production. I mean, you need to remember, like Mercedes and Daimler and these guys, they were the most producers of the first cars in the world. They were the first people to discover, like, you know, there's something like a car you can create and it can move with combustion engine and stuff. So keep in touch. Let's go through together Mercedes Museum. It's in Stuttgart, and let's go and see. I'm really looking forward to see the generations of the motor industry in the world. And I think we have some planes also up there. Yeah, let me not say much. Let's go. So here is the old engines. I think in the beginning where people realized like a machine can work, or maybe a metal can produce something, can produce energy. And here you can see it was built in 1880, sorry. And here it's a description of how these things are working, and they are everywhere. This is old machines, the old house. And guys, this was the first truck ever produced, and it is still the first truck ever produced existing in the world. It was made by Daimler, and it's a privilege really to stand here in front of the first truck. And this is its description. It stays there. The motorized truck from the year 1898. It is the world's oldest goods vehicle still in existence. Daimler motor. Yeah. The kilowatts and the watts per hour, how they used to function. The photos also, you can see them. It's so cool, guys. I repeat again, this is the first ever built truck in the world, and it's the first ever truck surviving. And these are the old engines, how they used to compress air. And they had 1.5 PS. They didn't produce much, but I think people at the old time, they never really needed a lot of power. I think they came up to this one with 5.9 PS with 4.3 kilowatts of torque. This is the Mercedes, simply in the oldest Mercedes still in existence. It was directed successfully to 335 PS Mercedes designed by the William Maybach. Was the world's first automobile in front of us. This is the oldest car existing today in the world. The oldest car, guys. The oldest in the world. So this is the Stuttgart city. It's located, I think, in the southern part of Germany or northern part. I'm not so sure. And yeah, here down we have some of the, not the oldest, but the latest, not the latest, but still the between 90s and 80s production. The second floor from the top. You were up there with the new with the oldest cars in the world, but here is just the normal cars like Mercedes, Bully here, and really we have also I drove this one once when I was somewhere working. It's 1112. They are common really in my country, Africa, and these are the most being driven in most part of Africa because they are really durable. They are really, yeah. This was, I think, it was one of the oldest, but yeah, just common normal trucks. You can still see them on the streets. Yeah, they are just trying to put these ones. Yeah, so we were down there with the oldest cars, and when you come up here, you find not so old cars between 90s like Mercedes A-Class. The oldest ones, they're here on the second floor as we go down. This is Mercedes diesel. I think they're just old trucks, but they're common on the streets. You know, they are trying to compare it with the new models, how they look like. I think from this one they came to this one. I'm not so sure. Mercedes, this is Mercedes 2600, I'm not so sure, and this is Mercedes 300 TD. When you come here, you find Mercedes. I think this is 2009 Mercedes Travaco Rice Bus. It's called Travaco, and it has about yeah, the details you can see them here. Down here, I think we are coming to the trucks. This is the third floor. I think here we will see a lot of the oldest trucks. I think I've driven some of them. Example like these ones. This 5080 Mercedes-Benz Bully. This one, I mean, yeah, they are really common. Also, this one, they are really common. So this is about 550. Or but they still really look interesting. This is a production year 1980. This is the time that some of us we were born. It has about yeah, 250 PS. The Mercedes is 16 ton. It looks nice. It looks really perfect because it doesn't move. It just stays here. It looks so nice. I think it used to carry cars. It looks paint. It's look perfect. It looks so nice, and some details of the cars are up. And Yeah, cool. Mercedes E-Class, Mercedes-Benz. This is 280 CE, and here you just come back to the normal trucks. They are trying to show us how they produced with the old petrol gas station, as you call it, or petrol station. And this is one of the oldest ones, maybe, for example. Not the oldest, but I'm not so sure, but it looks really old. I think with the leather in between. This is leather that differentiate the engine bonnet and the cabin. Then you can see the Mercedes-Benz, but the garage. Yeah, I think they are one of the first cars around. I think this museum is just trying to show the generation of how Mercedes was being produced. And guys, I never showed you Mercedes Arena. It's somewhere here on the other side. And this is Mercedes Arena. If you see, I think they have some teams that they are playing for the German Bundesliga. I think the Erste League, like Stuttgart, and some few teams that are being sponsored by Mercedes. I think this was one of the Mercedes-Benz, what do you call it, rescue service. For example, like maybe Adi at say, and just this breakdown service. And here we have also the plain engines with different sizes, different models, different power sizes. And I think they were also made by Mercedes, and you can see it also from here. Mercedes also had this, but I don't think they continued manufacturing planes, but I think they had ones. So we are here down, and I just wanted to take you to this car. I think if you have watched my videos, I think one of the first videos in my YouTube channel, I posted me driving this kind of truck, but this is 338. It's the smallest one. I was driving 911, 1511 Mercedes-Benz. It's four-wheel. They're really durable. You can really trust these cars. They can really survive the worst. And wow, they were really my trucks. I really like them. This is not a four-wheel version. It's 180 PS, and it's just the inter axle. It's just propelling from the inter. It's not four-wheel. I had four-wheel, and these are just the oldest ones. These are really nice car here. I want us to see also this one, the coolest car. I think one of the fastest around. I don't know how it says. It's from Daimler Benz, developed this hardtop version of 300 SLR racing for cars. It's 1956 version. Baujahr, and I think they are the same with this one. This is Mercedes-Benz 300 SL couple. It's about 250 PS. It has about 158 kilowatts of torque. I think they were the most fast, powerful cars they were produced. There's a red one here. Yeah, this is 300 SLR, the old ones. Guys, these cars, they were never driven. it has about 30,000 kilometers on the kilometer. I don't know if you can see it. You see, they're just 30,000, which means they are really new. I mean, it was never been driven really so much. They are just here. I think this third floor still, this is the rescue service vehicle, or you can call it the service to humanity cars. For example, this is ambulance. We call it here Krankenwagen. And I think this is the fire brigade. We call it here Feuerwehr. Yeah, it is. I think it's the oldest one, and then it shows you this is the snow, but you can call it Unimog. It's U500. 500. That shows that it has over 500 PS, if I'm not so sure. And yeah, they are really strong. We had one of these, but the oldest ones. I wanted also to show you exactly the cars that I used to drive. This one, the blue one, this is the car rescue. This one exactly is 409. I used to drive such kind of a car. I learned how to drive cars with such possibilities of this car. Exactly the same. When I look at it, it reminds me really of my old life. Exactly the same color. I don't know if I will have some photos to share and to show you how it is, but I think this was the fire, or maybe they used for street fixing. Sorry guys, my English is really mixed up with German. I wanted to say the Straßenbauer LKW. It's a truck for for making the streets, and the other one is for collecting the garbage. Yeah, just the old ones. This is, I think, the old ambulance service community. It's yeah, since gasoline engine ambulance. Yeah, the old ambulance with 78 PS. And this is the most interesting thing I just wanted to show you guys. This is we call it the Blitzer. This is the cameras. In Europe, they are everywhere. It's called the Blitzer here. It's when you overspeed, it takes a picture of your car, and then afterwards you will get a post, and they will tell you how much you overspeeded and how much you have to pay. Yeah, this is SLS electric drive. I think it's about 2020 production, with about 750 horsepower. This is electric. Here we have what we call Mercedes AMG GT concept with 816 horsepower, with and here guys we have Formula 1 racing cars. Yeah, from
Mercedes-Benz Museum bietet auf Ebene 0 ein Kreativangebot für Kinder und Jugendliche zwischen 4 und 14 Jahren an. Die Teilnahme ist kostenlos.
These are all cars. It's good to stay healthy, guys. I think this is the sketch of Formula 1 cars. Let's see how they look like. It's a bit dark here, but these are the Formula 1 cars, how they look like. The engine are always behind because of the transmission, because they have to transfer the power from the engine to the rear rear tires, because the front ones, they are not able to do anything because of the heaviness, because of the heavy power. When the car goes in front, it's better to have the back tires because of aerodynamics also. So these are the engines, how they look like. This is an old one. This is the old Formula 1, I think, with really big I think they use jet fuel. They are really big because they consume immediately faster because of the size of the engine or the power of the engine. Let's see the engine also. I think this is the latest Formula 1, if I'm not so wrong, from Mercedes. And these are all Formula 1 cars from generation to generations. Yeah, these are all the cars from generations, Formula 1. And these are the suit and the trophies that they won, I think. For example, this is Mercedes-Benz 3 Rennwagen. This is W154. I don't know what the number means. With the power size, if you would find such a cars in 1938 with such power, 453 horsepower, they were special cars. They were really fast. They never had a lot of regulations in terms of emission class. They didn't have. They could have just direct pipe from the engine, because they didn't have any like maybe nowadays we have this emission specification, emission requirements, that every car that you produce right now, you have to have this kind of like AdBlue. We have the catalyst converter and that's, but these cars, they never had. They would just produce, they could the combustion engine will just bring out support the excess or the burnt fuel just out like that without any restriction from the pipe. And that's why maybe they gave them more power and really energy. Yeah, I think the first run was the other side to the first generation. As long as you go to this side, you go to the up to the latest ones. And these are the suits that they were wearing. I think for example, this one was one of the Mercedes drivers. I don't know their names. It's from 1962 with what they won that time. It's vintage here, guys. It's really vintage here. Schuhe von Eugen Borgering. I think it says that the shoes of this guy called Eugene boots. They are old boots, man. So guys, we were here. Mercedes with Daimler. We are on the car now, going back to our place, and it was really nice to be there. What up, Benji? Yeah, it was really cool. The traffic here is in front of us. My sister is in front with his own car, Hyundai E30. It's diesel, nah? Yeah, we are following them because they live here, they know the streets, they know the places. But here we call so viel Baustelle. But let's still enjoy our building here.